We should have started right there. I can't even. Ladies and gentlemen, it is GAW TV. Welcome to the show. Hashtag GAW TV. Your ladies are here, of course. It's me, Lisa Marie, and Mickie James. You know, for some reason, a few weeks ago, I started this. All right. I can't get past it. I don't know.
I'm not mad at it. I love it. It's like I love Matthew McConaughey, so every time you say it, I pop anyway, and it's great.
I can't stop it. It's like when I watch RuPaul that she says hello, 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 and I do that when I go out like on Comic Cons in front of everyone on the microphone. I'm like, hello, hello, hello. It's my thing. I stole it, whatever. Anyway, congratulations for joining us, guys. It's GAW TV. Welcome to the show. Hello to everyone in the chat room. We love chatting with you guys. Hi, everyone in the chat room. We love you.
Hello. Here we are.
Yes. Well, we always talk about who are we wearing, what are we drinking. I got to go to Mickie James first. You look peachy keen jelly bean. Who are you wearing? What are you drinking?
Feeling quite peachy. I am drinking this Canteen right here, which is a black cherry vodka soda. 0 sugars, 0 carbs, only 5% alcohol.
Yeah.
But 99 calories, gluten-free, you guys.
And that's a bigger can than the normal Trulies.
It's a beer-sized can.
It is.
She loves the cans.
I mean, it looks like a normal can in my hands. You know?
Tell us about these peachy pajamas you're wearing. They're so cute.
They're little peachy hearts with a bite. Somebody, if you're hungry, take a bite of me. Y'all remember that? There's my little peachy leggings.
Oh, it's a whole set.
It's a whole set. It's a two-piecer. Yeah. Pretty little thing. We were talking about them.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that. Peaches and cream. Remember that song?
Peaches and cream.
PrettyLittleThing.com. We should put that on the screen. We love them. They supplied us with these hilarious leopard onesies. Hysterical. Yeah. Pretty Little Thing, thank you for having us. Lisa Marie, what are you wearing? You look Army fabulous.
I'm Army fabulous. Right here. I would say it's too risque. I added a shirt underneath it, but it's yeah, I think I did a photo shoot in the past. And then my Army little hat, which is available on my Poshmark.
Oh.
And I just conveniently put my ring gear. I'm going through my closet and getting rid of all my shit. Excuse my language, all my crap, all my goodies.
We love cursing here. You're in good company.
It's just I need it in with the new, out with the old.
Yeah.
But I'm drinking right now. Because of our guest coming up, I'm really nervous. My hands are shaking.
Are you?
I swear. I'm so
I don't know if you've listened to the Boxers, Val. She has been going.
I know.
She's talking. I'm like,
I'm doing a little tequila. Look at I got a name brand, you guys, because you guys said over. And I kind of stepped it up. And pineapple juice. That's it. I did.
Well, that's helpful.
That good old CVS has everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but I'm
I can't get on board with alcohol and juice. Like people love like orange juice and vodka. If it's juice, I don't like liquor and juice. I don't know why.
Really?
No,
I do.
You do make it really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I used to do like vodka cranberries all the time, and then I realized it was really a lot of sugar. So then I started cutting it with more soda water with a splash of cranberry. So I'll do like soda splash just for the sweetness because it became too sugary, too much sugars. Vodka, they already have a lot of sugar in them, so you have to pick your,
I can do like vodka soda with a splash of something, but I can't do like juice with. It just it's too much.
And whenever I hear people order cranberry, it reminds me of a movie and Leonardo DiCaprio's, and he goes, "I would like some cranberry. What you got? Your period?"
Yep.
And he goes, yes.
The Departed.
Yes.
The bartender says, like, my girlfriend orders that when she's on her. Yeah, I hate that word.
Yes.
I know.
We all say we hate that word because we always say girly. I say girly thing. My girly thing.
Aunt Flo.
I hate
Aunt Flo's in town.
That too.
Dirty. That just sounds dirty.
It's not dirty. Cute. It's not cute. Like, honestly, is there a nice way to say it ever? No, right?
Right.
Shark Week.
It's not cute. It's not cute. I'm wearing my nasty gal. I love a set of white pajamas, especially because I wear self tanner. It can be a little troublesome, but I love a pair of white pajamas And Nasty Gal, they have a 50% off sale almost all the time on nastygal.com. I have to say, I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just a fan. It's not that I'm like trying to get you to buy from them because it's my sponsor. I just love them. I've done a Nasty Gal haul on Instagram Live and Instagram TV. I love them to death. And I love a little like silky, top and short set. So that's fun. Mm. I am drinking a little vodka soda in a stemless wine glass, which, by the way, guys, how do you feel about stemless glasses? Because when I was drinking wine earlier, I was kind of that kind of eliminates the elegance, but it's nice because it doesn't fall over and it's all right.
It doesn't fall over. The worst glass I hate is the martini glasses.
Oh, no.
It's a joke. It's like when you're carrying it, it's spilling it, and it goes a short little V, and you only have this much by the time you get to your table.
I know. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. We talked about stemless wine glasses before, and I will say the benefit, like I like a nice, elegant, stem on it. Who doesn't like a nice stem, But I do love the fact that with the goblet, with that type of wine glass and stemless, it doesn't tip over as much because I'm very clumsy.
Yeah. We got some fabulous outdoor furniture this summer, which we live in England, so we got to use it about 3 times over the course of 4 months. I'm not complaining, but WTF. Anyway, moving on. But when you're outside, it's windy. It's kind of nice to have a little stemless wine glass. Other than that, I don't really like it, but it is more practical. I'll say that. We do want to give a shout out to our Patreon members. By the way, it's patreon.com/GAWTV. Every single month we come up with new ways to entertain you guys. It's early access to GAW TV episodes. It's exclusive photo shoots. It's giveaways. It's DMs. It's all these great things. So cheers to everyone that's on patreon.com/GAWTV. We love you so much.
We do love you.
We do a Zoom call every month with our top tier, so we get to chit chat on the phone,
with our gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. See that? Get a screenshot of that. All of our gorgeous tier, as Lisa pointed out, all of our gorgeous tier, top tier members, they get video shout outs and, of course, a live Zoom call. It's almost like you're on GAW TV, an episode with us. It's just like this, but we incorporate all of you guys. You've seen the clips on our social media, so hopefully you will upgrade to the top tier so we can talk to you and get to know you guys one-on-one. So we've had so many fabulous guests on this show, from Vanderpump Rules to Kato Kalin to psychic mediums and God-knowing Mel to Melina to wrestling guests. But Lisa, there's one person that you really wanted to have on the show that you're super excited to talk about. Tell us who our next guest is.
Oh my God. Thank you, Ian Goodwin, for reaching out to their publicist. He is in charge of our Teespring store with all our GAW stuff. He's the one that contacted their publicist. Then we gave the contact publicist to our publicist, is Kathy Cardenas. And they said magic happened. And I'm going to be telling you, I'm shaking. I don't fangirl a lot. I had to bump up my drink to the tequila and pineapple juice to calm my nerves. I am you guys, I'm like a little kid right now because I listen to all of her music. She's a singer, songwriter, actress, drop dead gorgeous. She wrote a book, Tell It to My Heart. And she has a new single out, which is called Please. And oh my God, I love this woman. Her voice is just like an angel. And I'm honestly, my hands are sweating.
No way.
Yes.
I have to say to you guys in the chat room right now, Lisa does not fangirl over many people. I have to say, this is exciting for us. So without further ado, we're going to welcome our new guest to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Dane.
Yes!
Tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm not the only one. Is it love or
just a game? Oh my God.
The excitement is building.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, ladies. Can you hear me?
Hi, we can't see you. We can't see you.
We're so excited.
Oh, why can't you see me? Why can't you see me? What the hell?
You're so mysterious.
Video? How's that?
Oh my God, what a baby.
Oh, okay, Taylor, can I tell you? My hands are sweating. I don't.
Do you
I don't
go horizontal? Is that better?
Perfect.
Yay!
Yes, but Taylor, can I tell you? I don't fangirl a lot.
Yes, tell me.
So I, we usually have drinks on the show. I said I had to bump it up to tequila and pineapple juice because my hands were shaking, and I was like, like, I was so nervous to talk to you. I was so excited because you're like my childhood, high school, college, like, and like, you're fabulous. And I was like going, I'm just so excited to have you on the show. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Oh my gosh, welcome to GAW TV.
I'm so glad. Thank you girls for being so patient. Apparently, we're in our virtual worlds right now. So we made it.
We did.
You know what? Looks like we made it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so thrilled to have Taylor Dane here, an absolute legend, singer, songwriter, actress. You look gorgeous, but absolute babe. Cheers to Miss Taylor Dane for joining us on GAW TV. Thank you for being here. Woo! Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
You look gorgeous as always. Thank you for being here. First of all, how are you doing?
You guys.
We're so good. How are you dealing with lockdown? How you been?
I've been great, actually. I mean, this is a blessing, and it's also, a time that we're all, I know we're in September. It's wild.
It's wild to think because it's like when it started, I think we all thought like, oh, it's going to be just maybe a month to kind of get through it, and then we'll be on the other side of it. And here we are 6 months later, almost, it feels like, and it's just like,
Did I see you guys were in Miami recently? Did you get together in Miami?
We did.
Yes.
Woo! Thanks for knowing.
I know, that's okay. I get that. I just sold my place in Miami. Do you live in Miami? Do some of you?
No, we went for our friend Kathy's birthday, our publicist. It was her birthday.
Okay.
And so we went there to celebrate. But yeah, we love Miami. But that was because it was like last minute trying to plan it and really going back and forth. Ooh, should we go? Should we not go? What are we going to do? It was great though.
Sure.
It was great. It was great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Hot, very hot.
Yes.
Right?
Oh,
It was
well.
so hot.
So, Miss Taylor, where are you calling from today? Where are you right now?
I'm in LA. I'm in Los Angeles.
Fabulous. How's it been there?
I'm sorry?
How's it been there? How are you doing?
I mean, as you can imagine, I mean, we're coming back into our double digits of heat wave, like really bad, almost 3 digits. It's like, it's going to be 100. It's 99 today. There's been a lot of unrest here. It's been very, very tricky time. Obviously, we have a lot of, I drive down the streets here. It's very unusual. I can promise you that. I have twins that graduated high school during this pandemic, and that graduation, going to college. I got a kid that's in the other room. His idea of going to college is I just hear him online. I look at Blackboard. I look at his and he's home. I'm like,
wow.
Yeah, my other one's gapping for the first 6 months, and then we'll see.
Wow.
Wow.
It's not real.
I know.
I'm in San Diego, so I'm experiencing the same heat wave. I think it's supposed to be 107 tomorrow in San Diego. 107, for God's sake.
So hot.
But when they graduated, did they have to go through the drive-through to get their?
Yep.
Yeah, they made history. They can tell their kids. Back in my day, I went. Well,
the kids went out. Obviously, they went out, but we couldn't go out. We didn't experience it with them. We drove through. Yeah, I mean, it was just, it's just.
And they miss out on, like we were talking about, they miss out on their senior prom and all those things have been, and college too. Think about college, going to college, and you have to do it online. That stinks because that's so. You get to move out of the house.
Well, a lot of them are going, and then you're having all these pushbacks, and you're having all these, you're having all these conflicts of kids going on campus and then, getting in trouble or having, a lot of these parties that are happening or living outside on dorms. And, there's the nature of going to school is to have all this social interaction and they're going on some levels and it's all this political, and then there's all this, this trying to keep, and I don't know what's right and what's wrong. It's like the part of them is, and then keep them home or put them in school or don't or or suspend the rules for what it's going to be. These kids are physical good fighters. Let them weather out what this pandemic is. But the problem is, then they come in and they come home, but they're only interacting with themselves. Let them physically get through themselves. It's a weird.
Don't
come home till November, man.
It's a weird time. It really
don't
is.
come home and interact with your family.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a weird time social media wise, but obviously for us, it's been nice in the sense that we created this show. Like obviously it's a big slumber party, as we're so happy to have you here for the virtual slumber party. So for us, it's been good with social media, but how do you feel about social media in lockdown? Has it been good for you, or has it been hurtful, harmful? How do you feel about social media since lockdown?
Honestly, I've gone at first for the first 3-4 months. It was very difficult. Like March, April, like really March, I was like skidded, you know.
Right.
And all touring. It was first my work. You know, it was really difficult. You know, 32 years touring, and then it was really coming to terms with not being a touring musical act. I think we've been the most debilitated, entertaining, working, sports, athletes. Like it was most debilitating for us as a musical, you know, touring and artists that go out there, and, you know, entertainment industry has really been slammed.
Do you find that it's making you be more creative by writing more songs, being at home, and like
I've absolutely become incredibly creative. Because it's internally, because all it's done, what a lot of it has done, well, twofold. It's really not destroyed, but it's really hurt the entertainment industry. I don't understand how, in my opinion, how Vegas is open, yet
I know.
The bigger venues are not. I'm not understanding how you could have 800 covers in a restaurant, but you know, you can't have some of those. Okay, maybe you can't have a 500-seater, 800-seater selling tickets to see some of your talent. I don't understand why people can't see live music.
Capacity.
And I can understand there's proximity involved, but I'm not sure. I've seen crap tables, haven't you? I've seen gambling degenerate. I mean, I don't mean to. I love Vegas, but that's a second home. But I'm just saying. If the casino's open and people are gambling and slot machines and you know everything else and things are going on, I don't understand it. Do you?
No. You're touching money, and you're like, I'm touching the same machine over and over again, and it's crazy. Yeah, I agree with you.
It's weird how all the rules are so different everywhere.
Congratulations on your new single.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. How's the response been so far?
Oh, amazing, actually. So I'm doing very well. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
But I know you asked another question. So my feeling is like, the entertainment industry in and of itself has had, so what it's done is it's forced me, it's given me a forced retirement this year. So it's forced me to actually enjoy, you know, what I've done with this. So yeah, I feel like it's forced me to become not more creative, but it's allowed me this time to reflect, enjoy, and I love music more now than I have over the last, you know, 10 years. I've gotten into music. I feel like I'm in the suspended reality, right? So I enjoy listening to music so much more, and I feel like I'm this teenager. I go to the beach. Like, I mean, who goes and had summers off and so many? I've not gone to the beach and enjoyed this break and seen a summer in like I don't know how long.
Yeah.
Right. I agree. I get it because I don't. We're so used to like us being in the professional wrestling world where we travel every single weekend, and now I'm like, you know, tomorrow I already packed my picnic basket. I'm going to the beach tomorrow, and I'm like, I've been going every single weekend, and I'm like, this is amazing. It forces you to relax and enjoy like family time or the people you neglected from traveling, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You got to slow down.
It's like Groundhog's Day. You get to every day. You get it. Wow. Hi, day. Hi, beautiful day. And like we've been on that treadmill. Hi, beautiful day. Welcome. Like I get to do something. I get to do this again. I feel so blessed and grateful.
Yeah.
And I know, and maybe it's not because I'm treading over like the next paycheck necessarily, and maybe I've been blessed to have a few things and I've also cut back on so many levels, right? Like I've found ways to really just minimize and simplify. And I think that's also what most of us need to do. So much that extraneous that we didn't need, and I did. I cut back and simplified on many levels.
Yeah.
And I feel healthier about it.
Yeah. That's super cool. If there's like one positive thing I can think about, like what COVID has done for everyone, it's like that reset button of like resetting, because we've, especially I think for us, we're all grown ass women here. Like you've been hustling and bustling and trying to make it happen, and like being that provider and being like building your empire and doing all these things on so many levels, but it's really forced us all to sit back, and there's going to be a new normal when we come out of that. So it's all now like kind of finding where we sit in that new normal. But this also has changed our priorities in the sense to sit back and go like, okay, well maybe I don't need to hustle all the time.
Right.
It's almost like
there is a hustle. You can't kill that inside of you, but at the same time, it's like, now I can sit back and just enjoy, like I have a 5-year-old. So I was like thinking about school and stuff. I'm like, but like just to sit back and just appreciate and just kind of go like, enjoy the fruits of your labor. Enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
Literally.
And I also prioritize like and also for like females, like we're so into the looks and stuff like that. I don't have fake nails anymore. I haven't had Botox. I haven't had filler. Yeah. And I'm like going, do I want to have fake nails again? I don't think so. I'm like kind of enjoying not having,
I haven't gone and I clip right now, and I'm like, I mean, I got to be honest. I'm like,
nice.
It all changes. It does indeed. But speaking of being a grown-ass woman, so we want to talk about your book, because as you just mentioned, and Lisa said, we're so used to being on the road, and obviously you are used to, like you said, touring and being musically on the road. That to you is the normal. But to an average person, your life is just fascinating as far as what you've been through, what you've given out to the world musically, and of course in entertainment business. So tell us about your new book and what we can expect from that.
Well, the book is Tell It to My Heart, and it came out, my goodness, when you write a book, a memoir, or, part of your, a section of your life, it was part of my 30-year anniversary, right? For the release of Tell It to My Heart. Mm-hmm. So it's about 1.5, 2 years old now. And it just got awarded it just got nominated for one of the top independent releases of 2020.
That's amazing.
Because the book has long legs. When you release a book, it has legs for days. And you always have to remember that, because it takes years to write.
Yeah.
I did a TED Talk in 2016, and my book mentor was Linda Syverson. And if you ever get the opportunity, and if any of you write a book or have or not, she's a great she's one of the best book mentors in the book, and to help you write, ghostwrite, and also help you. She does incredible book retreats, and she really teaches you how to go from just packaging, writing, and to fruition, to getting a publisher. She's enormous. And all 10 of us that went on this retreat ended up publishing. So just so you understand, like, she's enormous. Linda Syverson. And I love her. And she said to me prior, when we were in this book retreat, and I was writing already, but nothing to that extent. But she goes, Taylor, this is a long process. And she goes, I need you to do a TED Talk before you release a book. And I go, what? And she goes, I'm so New York. And she goes, I need your voice to be heard, because this is going to be a 2-year process. And she goes, and I'm going to talk to someone, and we're going to get this done. And within 6 months, I was doing a TED Talk. So if anybody wants to see that, you go to
That's
YouTube,
amazing.
and you'll see. We were on the stage, and then next thing you know, she was doing it with me. It was the most daunting thing I ever did. But that shows you a snippet of the book, and where really the impetus of the book came from was from my TED Talk.
Right.
And it was probably on par of doing the Grammy Awards. It was that daunting and that much work. And this was more work than doing it, because you're cutting and writing and rewriting, and it was for TED Women. It was really enormous. It was like the women that were on that stage. It was the woman that defined Black Lives Matter. It was Ashley Judd. It was very, very impressive group of women, but it really was the impetus for this book and for the 30-year anniversary for Tell It to My Heart. And it really is what defined what this book is about. So if you want to know the book, really what the story and behind the little girl from Long Island and really what started, we'll kind of put the cart before the horse, if you will.
Yeah. We've all been asked if we want to write a book, and it's, where do I start? Because we've been in business over 20 years.
You start watching, you go to Linda Siverston and you check out her podcasts, SIV, and you reach out to her. Her thing is called My Beautiful Writers Podcast.
Oh,
and then from there you get on. Yeah, this is Linda.
oh,
She's beautiful.
Linda girl here. She's gorgeous. She's in LA.
Gorgeous.
It's called My Beautiful Writers Podcast. She ended up doing, and I found her just from doing work online. And then, Jane Goodall just did her, Keely.
oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
But Taylor, what other projects are you looking forward to? What's next for you coming up? I know it's lockdown. Obviously, everything's a bit stifled, but what are you looking forward to in the rest of 2020?
Well, I've been doing a lot. Believe me, a lot. I say that. Well, everything tour-wise is cut down, but you know what? I have been doing some nice private shows, believe it or not.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. Really? That's great.
Well, the rich ain't broke.
Oh my God. That's so intimate too. That's like,
They still got backyards and cash and yachts.
yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Are you
my
still
God,
writing? Are you writing? Are you working on another album or?
Yeah, I've been writing and working very creatively. And then I'm working, and it's been 2020. Let's put it this way. 2020 is going out with a big bang.
Yes.
It's been a really, and I mean that in a positive. It's been a very, I've had some incredible, beautiful moments in 2020 and also some really important moments in 2020. I have to say, I feel blessed. I feel like I've seen that reset button. I've had that simplicity. I've also pulled back, had the opportunity to really see the grace in it and to reflect and find that musical heart, that musical train again, that ability to really find my passion and love for music again, like I feel like that teenager in the 70s, that, that young girl again in the 70s that really just got to love, listening to, anything from Earth, Wind and Fire, Can't Hide Love, those songs and just everything from Aerosmith, you name it, and just Joni Mitchell, the warmth, the touch, the music, and very inspired. All the artists that moved me.
yeah.
Fantastic.
Forces you to appreciate it, right? Forces you to
I
appreciate it.
feel filled. I love the idea of every day going to the beach, packing my lunchbox and going to the beach. You know what I mean? Like, I love that this recharge has allowed me to get passionate about the thing that made me the most passionate and filled my heart the most, which is music.
Yeah.
And saved my life,
If anything, it's like Mickie said, it's made us slow down. It's made us appreciate different things. Mickie, have you felt the same way in terms of being creative and songwriting? Have you felt that it's sort of been a nice reset button for you, as Taylor said?
Yeah, I think so. So I try. I'm not you. I try to do music. I wrestle and I try to do music, but I do find I've been songwriting now, and this next album I'm working on, I'm trying to do all original or co-writes, so all original stuff. Just because in Nashville, what I didn't realize when I first started with music and writing is that when I would cut an album, that most of the songs came from publishing companies and other artists and other writers who are so talented, and they're so I work and I've trained and I've written with them and trying to just learn off of them. And so that's the next project. Is going to be all originals, all like stuff I've written or co-written on, either with other people. I don't know. So yeah, that's what I'm working on right now, but we'll see. But it's funny because I felt like I went through a little, I would say when you said, right at the beginning, because everything came to such a screeching halt. Everything just stopped dead in its tracks, that I feel like in that moment, I was completely blocked because I was overwhelmed with all these like, oh shit, what now? Because it was resetting my life in a way that I'd never, I don't know, but in a way that I'm not accustomed to. I don't know this sitting at home. Okay, how are we going to work around all this? Because everything has been go. Okay, what town are we in now? What window am I looking out of the bus now? What, you know what I mean? It's just, that was just what hotel am I in? What town am I in? Whatever. That's just your life for so long. And then trying to just juggle it on so many levels to then have to sit back and go like, okay, I'm here now. I'm just home.
Mm-hmm.
But I still have all these other roles that I have to fulfill, but I'm just home and just like, okay. Whereas I feel like a lot of my inspiration would happen in the car, listening to somebody else's story. I was always by myself. It wasn't like, it would be inspired by sitting around a campfire with a bunch of people telling their stories. But by the time I would sit down and write, I was usually alone.
Mm-hmm.
But then now I was never alone during COVID because you are surrounded by everyone that you love.
Yep.
Very much.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do miss like being in hotels, like when we were traveling, being in hotels, just I was just having Lisa time. I'm by myself. I could take a bath.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I could just walk around naked and stuff like that. But now you're forced to be with people at your home and you're like, wait, where do I go to be alone? You know, I need to be, I need my Lisa time. I just need to be isolated. Just, you know, like, so you kind of appreciate travel.
You need to isolate from isolation.
Yeah. That's it.
Lisa-lation.
Yeah, isolation. That's
Hashtag.
it.
Hashtag isolation. Well, Miss Taylor Dane, we want to keep you forever, but we want to say thank you so much for being here. Any final words to your adoring fans that are watching you tonight?
Oh, I just, you know, I'm so happy how you guys reached out to me and how we all made it work. And I just immediately said, when I found out that my WWs, and I was like, yes, fucking yes.
Oh, yay!
Oh, we love that.
Too hard.
Are you kidding me? You tell those bitches hell
to your
yes.
playlist. I was listening to your playlist before you came on, the whole thing, and I was just like, oh man, memories.
That's what I said. Oh man, hell yeah. I said to my girl, I said, Joanne, you make this shit happen immediately.
Listen, we appreciate you so much. We've been fangirling for quite a while. So you know what? When all this is over, let's all meet in person and do a shot together, have a nice cocktail together, and celebrate. You are amazing. You're a grown-ass woman. We're so grateful to have you on the show. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful that you girls are out there. You ladies kick ass, man. I love you.
Me too.
You know it.
Tell it to
You're my kind of ladies.
Tell me
I'm the only one. Is this really love or just a game? Tell it to my heart. I can make my body rock every time you call my name.
I'm dying. Bravo. What a babe. We love you. Please come back again. Hopefully we'll hang in person one day. Love ya.
Amen. Big kiss, ladies. Have a great weekend.
What a babe.
Oh my God. Love you.
Oh my God.
She was Lisa. Lisa, she sang this song to us.
I got goosebumps, dude. Dude.
Hang on. I don't mean to be Mark, but oh my God.
Mark.
What a babe.
Oh my God, she's gorgeous. And her soul is so good. I could just feel it. Like she's
lovely.
And she's real, right? Like very
No.
real. Yeah.
She's a grown-ass woman.
Because you know what? We have to say, like, all of us, and we're all friends here. Everyone's in the chat. They're listening. They know us. They love us, hopefully. Hopefully. We never know with our guests. We're always like, are they going to be Hollywood? Or she was so cool.
Love her.
Yeah. I was nervous. Like, I kept on looking at the phone, though, going, I don't want to keep her waiting because, you know, our industry, we're always being kept waited, right? We're always waiting. So we're kind of used to it, right? But we don't know that lifestyle too. Like, you know, she's been doing it for years and years, like 30 years, right?
Yeah.
30 years she's been doing it. Like, what are they like? Well, where are they? They're not picking up. Where's my invite?
Right.
That's it. I'm done. And they hung up.
She was so cool.
She was so cool.
I knew that she would be. She exceeded my expectations. She was fabulous.
So, and I think she stayed on longer.
I know.
Ian Goodwin, thank you for hooking us up.
Ian,
Seriously.
we love
Oh
Ian. Here's to Ian. My one
I
last
will
step. I should have made a
Here.
shot. What is
I
it, my
know.
first time doing GAW TV? For God's sake. For God's sake.
God's sakes.
Ooh, like that. So I like when Mickie goes, "Are we really having a cocktail or are we not?" And I was like, I boxed you back. I go, "That's so cute. Are we really having a cocktail? Are we gonna phony a cocktail?"
Aren't you cute? Well, before we go, we've got 2 fabulous fan questions. I say fans, they're friends of ours.
You brought up my, Val, you were like, and you brought up my music, and I was terrified to even talk about it.
Really?
She's like, so I was like,
I was trying to relate, no?
About my music because she's so great.
No, but you know what?
This is if my chin had legs.
I love this is why I don't want to cut this shit out. Like I just said shit. Sorry, cursed again. This is why I don't want to cut this stuff out, because this is the real stuff. Because Mickie being, to you and I, Lisa, it's like, you're a recording artist. Why do we not ask you about your music? But Mickey's like, but she's better than me, and oh God, like it's so cute.
But I love her. But you're a big deal, Mickie.
You are.
You're on my playlist. You're on my
I love
playlist.
you so much. I love you.
Mickie, you have an apartment with many leather-bound books.
Life's playlist. You know what I mean? That's different. That's different level.
I'll tell you. You know what's great about this show? And I have to say, like, everyone, we've had so many different, that's what I love about the show. We have so many different varied guests from different genres of life. But there's always going to be a moment where one of us fangirls more than the other. Like, for example, we were saying a few chats ago that if I had a drag queen on the show, I wouldn't be able to speak, and you guys would have to take the reins. Or, this one with Lisa was, people don't know this. Those in the chat room were boxing for like a day or two about this. And Lisa's like, well, she's a big deal. Like, what are we going to do?
we were supposed to do the filming Wednesday, right? But we already had a platform already made.
Yeah.
And we heard like, oh, she can do it today, which gave us like 2 hours to prepare. And I'm like, I don't want to lose her.
She deserves more than that.
I want to lose her as a guest. But this is really last minute. We're not prepared at all. But like, let us show her in a great light. But then I got scared. I'm like, we're gonna lose her. We're gonna lose her as a guest. And I'm like,
like 6 boxes later, they were very hurried. Like, oh, but you guys,
Can we make this work? We're asking about it. I told you even earlier today, she was like hyperventilating in one of her boxes, and I was like, whoa, calm down.
I know, it's so cute.
I was worried about fangirling, and then I listened to her, and I was like, whoa, okay, calm down. So maybe I'll just play it cool over here, hot shot, and I'm just gonna.
And Mickie, I had no idea. I was just trying to get you guys to like talk about like you're both musically inclined. Like there you go, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, I write songs too.
I like the music. It's so funny.
Oh my God. It was funny. It's like, because you guys texted, like, I got the box that said, we're going to do this interview 9 a.m. Pacific Coast time. 12 Pacific time.
12 p.m.
12 p.m. Pacific time. So you guys never send me a boxer that says my time, my West Coast. You always say Eastern Standard Time. So I set my alarm clock for freaking 7:30, which was not enough time for me to get ready. I'm rushing, and I'm like,
because you want to look pretty for her, right?
I did, and I wanted to be prepared. And like, I had a beautiful backdrop, but of course I ordered it, and all the instructions are in Chinese. I can't build it. And I was like, I watched you. I go, wow. And I'm like going, man, I should have more boxers from you guys by this time. Like, we're shooting in like less than 30 minutes. And then Mickie responds going, Lisa, it's Pacific Coast time. And I'm freaking out. I'm like,
so sweet.
I looked at it and I was like, wait, I have 15 minutes to get ready for this thing? What? And I'm like this, like half a cup of coffee in, so I'm not.
Wait, Mickie, we got to do a close-up. Mickey's doing the doll eyes again. Hang on, close-up. Mickey's doing that doll eye.
I can't do it.
Like one eye is barely open and the other one's completely. It's just enough to be able to get down the stairs without tripping over my own toe.
I can't tell if it's sexy or haunting and terrifying. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both. Look at that shit. I can't. Oh, I can't.
Otherwise, it's wide open,
Oh, no. How do you do that?
Wait, do that. Yeah.
I can't do it with this side. Like, you see my face gets all scrunched up. But this side is like, I don't know.
I'm not doing it. I don't know.
But this is important.
It gives me an eyeball ache.
His little effort.
All right, we gotta get before we get to the doll eyes. We gotta get to one fabulous question from our fabulous friend Mick, Mickie D. We love him. He's a top tier. He's gorgeous, ladies and gentlemen. Gorgeous. All the way from Australia. Lisa. He's from Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi!
We love him so much.
Do it again, Val.
Aussie.
Mickie?
Oi!
Perfect.
Oh,
he said we did our best. He sent a video question. Let's have a look at this right now. Check this out.
Hello, gorgeous ladies of GAW TV. My question to you is, in your years of travel, what is the craziest thing you've seen at an airport lounge?
All right, Mickie D, we love you so much. Mickie D from Australia. Mick, thank you for that question. The first thing that comes to mind, I've seen a lot of weird stuff. I've left my phone charger in an airport lounge. I've been near sleep in an airport lounge. But the funniest thing to happen to me in an airport lounge was I was sitting by a trash can, as you do, on a long layover. And I might have told you this before. And I felt a shadow come over me. And a guy said, "Hey, is your name Val?" And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "Is your name Elijah?" He goes, "Yeah." It was Elijah Burke, also known as the Pope. And so the thing is, in airport lounges, you meet a lot of wrestlers from other companies that usually, unless they're jerks, met a few of them too. I won't name names, but that's next episode. Maybe that's Patreon footage. They will come over and talk to you when you come over. That's kind of it's kind of an unwritten thing. It's like if you're from a wrestling company, it's a small genre in some ways. We're dropping the bucket in terms of entertainment in some ways, which is a good thing. I met him at an airport lounge. I met Seth Rollins at an airport lounge. It's one of those things that you sometimes when you're waiting, you're bored, you happen to meet some random people. I met Poppy Delevingne in an airport lounge sitting on the floor. So, I mean, you can Google her. She's a big supermodel. She's Cara Delevingne's sister, supermodel as well. So, yeah, airport lounges are fun. I also met a Real Housewives girl, Tinsley Mortimer. So, in some ways, it's fun because your flight's delayed, you're bored, but you do see random celebrities that you know who they are. So, it's kind of fun. It's an excuse to go say hello. Right. So, what about you ladies?
Wait. Okay, so talking about Elijah Burke. We both lived in Louisville, Kentucky, so we always had the same flight going out. And so we would get to the airport, and Larry, remember the cart guy, Larry? Larry, remember Mickey? He drove the cart. He was like, he's supposed to drive the handicap, right? But he was like always looking for us wrestlers. He goes, "Here, get in." I go, "Yeah, but that girl has a cane." I'll come back for her. And so we would, her and Elijah and
I don't think I rode the.
How is that okay? But okay, go on.
I think it was offered, but I just never took it.
No, he was a wrestling fan, so he just wanted to hang out with us and stuff and chit chat and talk about. I met this person, and so. Elijah, like sometimes we didn't arrive to Louisville, Kentucky airport at the same time. And so as soon as I would get on the plane, I would see Elijah Burke come in with this big old freaking white, big smile. "Hello, everybody." "Hello, everybody." And he goes, "Queen, Victoria," or Tara, I don't know what the hell name he called me, but he goes, and we would sit by each other and we would just talk. And he's like the nicest guy ever.
Wonderful.
So, you met a good one.
Yeah. And you know what? If you guys know, if you're not already following Elijah Burke, I mean, granted, he's been the Pope, he's been different names in wrestling, but he does a lot for fantastic causes. Even back in TNA, he was doing things for his hometown church. Like he's a lovely human being. Talent and wrestling aside, he's a lovely human being.
Want to know my experience? Like the craziest.
Go for it.
Okay, it's not in a lounge. I think Mickie, the lounge is not where all the craziness happens. I mean, we get like the crazy thing you see in the lounge is us wrestlers love free shit. So we'll get all the free food and goodies and load up our bag so we have food for on the road. That's the craziest thing.
All those bar nuts.
Yeah,
bar nuts. Hashtag bar nuts.
Bar nuts. Yeah. And then, so the craziest thing I've experienced was there was a time in WWE, Mickie James, when we all bought Heelys.
Named you.
We bought Heelys. Do you remember riding that overseas? We would put our Heelys on in the airport.
In the airport, and we would also do the Heelys when they were setting up the ring.
Yes.
When they were setting up the ring prior to the show. Do you remember those Heelys, the tennis shoes with the wheel in the back?
Sure do.
I have 2 pair.
I still have my pair.
Do you still have them, Lisa?
I have 2 pair.
Oh my God, send us a video immediately.
And then also too, my Heelys, I had expert wheels put in for faster Heelys. That's how much I was into it. Go ahead, Mickie.
We're competitive about it because we were doing Heely tricks out because we got really good because we would take them on tour with us. We're such nerds. We would take them on tour so we could practice through the entrance ways and stuff, because you're on the buses. Yeah. You can go on the buses and you're there super early and you're doing the same match that you've been doing for 5 days with little tweaks, know, so it's like, let me get these Heelys on and bust these out. So we would just Heely around as they're setting up the ring or whatever, but she had to be the fastest so she could do super cool tricks.
Yeah. And also too, like we were the ones that got the Heelys, and then all the other girls started buying Heelys. And then remember, they put a kibosh on it because they didn't want us to get hurt before our matches, right?
Oh, Lord in heaven.
Say, like, hey, you guys, you should be careful. Do you remember, Mickie?
You can't be Heelying around out here.
So stupid.
You can't be Heelying
Baby
around.
faces and Heelys come backstage. I can't. That's dumb. That's so stupid. I can't. How dumb.
Baby faces and Heelys.
I don't, but we were just, okay, so all of you guys in the chat room, like stuff that we don't put on when we stop recording, we were just talking off the record, as you do, after the show, and we were talking about how bored you get on house shows, like when, okay, so I'm so sorry, I'm the announcer person in the group, we're supposed to call them live events. They're freaking house shows, okay? We call them house shows in the biz, but on camera, it's like, oh, I'm so excited, this live event. In Tacoma, Washington, we better look out. Don't miss this one. Live event. It's a friggin' house show. So we go house show. Anyway, moving along. Thanks, White Member. The point is, like Mickie said, they're so repetitive, and you get so bored because it's like, okay, different town, same stuff. I'm even me as the announcer, same spiel about the merchandise is over here and how you doing and a contest. And let's be honest, it gets very repetitive. So if you guys have to have Heelys and things to entertain yourselves, good on you.
I don't know. It's not like we were wearing them to the ring, but
why didn't you?
It wasn't that it wasn't thought about. It wasn't that we didn't consider it.
Exactly.
Watch this entrance. Can you see?
Yeah.
I always tell fans, I'm telling you, when they're like, oh, WWE Live is coming here and it's going to be a live event. It's untelevised. I'm like, go to it. Like, why? I'm like, because I, as a fan, before I was even in wrestling, I remember
they're
thinking,
fun.
One name, Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn untelevised is hysterical.
Yes.
But, okay, can I tell you a secret? We're all friends here. Awful. Okay. I don't want to do it because it's going to be a gift that someone's going to loop over and over. So certain things would happen that would, just so many different things would happen where we're on the road all the time. It's the same show over and over. Brian Hebner, as great as a ref that he was, obviously he's Earl Hebner's son. He's like the best of the best.
One of the best.
He would do things to pop me, to like make me laugh at ringside because he would do them and look at me and be like, just, so he would count like this. I mean, this might get cut out of the show. I don't know. So he'd count like this. Okay. He'd go 1, 2, 3 on the ropes and like gyrate on the ropes. And he would count, but like put his like junk on the ropes. And he'd look at me and laugh. And I was like, I'm going to fall out of my chair. Stop gyrating as you're counting. It was the funniest thing. And listen, nobody, the wrestlers didn't know. The fans didn't know. They weren't looking at anyone but him. But he did it for me at ringside to just be like, I can't. Nope, I'm done. Goodbye. the little gyrating. 1, 2, his little whoop. I can't.
Yeah. That's so
This
funny.
is the kind of stuff that I miss about house shows. It was just little things, entertain ourselves,
For sure.
little gyration for your concentration.
Not so monotonous that you have to go do something like when we would lock up, we would like say funny things like, oh my God, I'm blown up. Okay, let's just, pin me, like you'd say, like people don't see what we're or hear what we're actually saying out there.
Oh, we try to, especially house shows. I think we tried to pop. I would make it a mission sometimes, especially if it was the same match and you're like, okay, this is the same match that's been booked on the house shows for the last, I don't know, month. same 6-year-old tag, whatever. And we would always switch it up or change it up a little, like to make it interesting. But I live, especially at house shows, to try to make somebody pop out loud.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I live for that. Like if I can get them to pop, like legit pop in the match, it fills my heart with joy.
Bingo.
Me too.
Bingo.
It does.
And it's the dumbest things. For example, again, this is more of an announcery thing, but okay, you guys might not know this. Do you remember Sal Renaro and they called him White Tiger Liger, the merch guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I started announcing, I remember thinking, this is such an opportunity. I'm announcing on the house show, ring announcing on the house show. Jinx was kind of behind the scenes. He was like the orchestrator, whatever. But when I was announcing, and honestly, all jokes aside, thank you to Jeremy Borash. I learned so much doing that. It was great. But I won't get it. This is a non-serious conversation. So anyway, I'm ring announcing. And, huh?
I said, JB's the graced. And I go, graced? Is that a word?
Graced. He's the graced. I call him pork chop. I don't know why. Anyway, he was phenomenal. Anyway, so the two merch guys, Sal Renaro, and they called him Liger, White Tiger. They were like, okay, so the ring is here. There's a merchandise stand like, several feet away back at the end of the building, right? So I always had to go, hey guys, and the only part about announcing I didn't like was being kind of like a used car salesman to be like, hey, don't forget, you can get your merchandise. Yeah, I just felt a little weird, hey, half off t-shirts.
Yep.
But you have to get through it, whatever. Yeah. But the guys would tell me, they'd be like, okay, Val, we're going to give you a word. Every show, we're gonna give you a word. Say the word, and we're gonna pop if you say it. I'm like, how do I say? Like, we're gonna give you a word. You have to integrate this word into your ring announcer repertoire. And I'm like, okay. And every week it got harder. So the one that I remember distinctly was the word Jenga. And they're like, I'm like, how do I talk about the word? They're like, we don't know, we don't care. Just integrate the word Jenga into your ring announcer repertoire. At some point that I was like, okay, there was no prize. They just wanted to hear me do it, right?
Yeah.
So I realized after like several, because I was like nervous the first few house shows. I'm like, I can't say a weird word. After like house show 9, I'm like, I don't care. So I would just kind of like talk really fast as I do. And I'd be like, where's the microphone? I'll use these. Okay, everyone had a good time? All right. Welcome to TNA. Okay, Jenga. All right. So blah, blah, blah. And I would say Jenga like smoothly through a sentence. And I would see these two little figures in the merchandise stand jumping up and down. I'm like, because I had said it, and they just popped when I said the word Jenga. It was so stupid, but having a good time. All right, Jenga. Anyway, so next up they did not, and the thing is, I learned, it was my way of learning that no one's listening to what I'm saying. I'm the ring announcer. No one's really paying attention to anything I say.
Yes.
Like one time it was radish.
God,
It just gave me awful words, yeah.
Wait, can we ever hear Mickey's like unusual things we've seen at the airport?
I don't know that I have any interesting stories from an airport lounge because I honestly, the only time I go to lounges is when I'm traveling overseas with Donovan. So Donovan, obviously, I think people are interested at the fact that Donovan eats like an adult sometimes. Like he doesn't eat like children eat food. Like he's more into smoked salmon and cucumbers and tomatoes and pastas and
That's cool.
Yeah. He doesn't want chicken nuggets like that. He doesn't like chicken.
I like nuggets.
I love the nuggets. So when he orders the Chick-fil-A kids meal with the 4-count nuggets, if I accidentally eat his 4 nuggets and that's my little cheat, then I don't need to order. I'm just helping him out because I don't want them to go to waste. Because he's such you're such a good mom. You're helping. You're not wasting food. No, I don't want to waste. Waste not, want not. Right? So, I don't know that I'm like, I was going to make up a funny story about how many times I've fallen asleep and missed my flight in the airport.
Have you?
Yeah.
In an airport to save my life. How do you do that?
It's all, babe, I fall asleep on the airplane. Like,
I can't do that.
As we're taking off, I'm passing out. And I remember this night, like, where I think I told this story when we were overseas and the flight was really, really bad. And even Shawn Michaels was like, I can't believe you slept. Like, you're like sleeping. I can't believe you slept through that. Like, I thought we were going to die. I can't I don't know what it is.
I like that. I envy people, honestly, so much that sleep on planes. I could be on a 12-hour flight and I cannot sleep ever.
What?
With wine, with half a Xan, I got prescribed like half a little sleeping pill. I can't. It doesn't do anything. I can't do it.
Sheldon Benjamin had a good analogy. Like when you're taking off on the plane, it's like being your mom's womb. So it kind of feels like the womb. So it goes back to our childhood, infant days, when we're like comforted and like more relaxed. And I'm like, and of course I'm like, I get that. I totally get that.
I don't get that at all.
I feel like it's the pressurizing of the cabin. It's like that pressurization of the cabin. They're changing the oxygen levels, which makes whatever they're doing. And then what I don't like is when they make the cabin freaking freezing cold and then I shiver to death. Hate that. But I guess other people don't want to sweat, and that's just where
weird. Like you guys know, obviously, I live in the UK, so my flights home and back are 8 to 9 plus hours. I cannot sleep. I went to Pakistan. It was a 19-hour travel day. By the way, some of those flights had no wine. I wanted to, jump off.
Yes.
Yeah, I would have walked out if I could, but I couldn't. And nothing. Just, I could not sleep. I think because if I can't be horizontal, if I'm just kind of like, I can't, no. Ever. I slept once going to Kuwait, but it's because Tracy Brooks gave me half of something, and I was like, okay, 12 hours later, this is amazing, but I can't. That's it.
Oh man, I'm so sorry for you because I'm asleep right away. I put myself in.
I'm so jealous. Alan's the same.
I think I've missed probably about at least 5 or 6 flights asleep at the gate during the connection. It's always in the connection.
Oh, really?
Not right before the flight, because then I'm good. I got to the airport, I dropped off my rental car and everything. It's usually like sitting there if there's a long connection, like this 2-hour window, because I always took their first early morning flights. So the amount of times that I had woke up after they've already shut the door for whatever reason, and I'm saying like 30 minutes to an hour later. From when and I had always set an alarm or whatever, and maybe I woke up for the alarm, or maybe I didn't hear it, or didn't. There's been several flights I fell asleep at the gate waiting for my connection from whatever city we were flying to, usually in Atlanta or Detroit or somewhere like that, where I'm like, I'll take a sleep.
Do you go to the flight at like the desk and go, hey, is Nashville still living on this gate? They're like, are you Mickie James? We were calling you this over and over on the intercom. Yes, that's happening.
You know why? Because I had my headphones in.
Oh, no.
I was listening to something either in my ear, or I was just done. I was done.
I am for truth and envy. If I could sleep like that, I'd be thrilled. Like, I wish I could.
I think it's narcolepsy.
Tell it to my heart. Tell me
I'm the only one.
What a phase she was. My gosh, you guys. Honestly, we were so thrilled to have her on. So thank you to Kathy Cardenas for hooking that up for us. Taylor Dane, what an absolute legendary grown-ass woman.
I think Megan did a lot of the help to help.
And Megan, yes.
Megan.
We've got all of Taylor's info in the description. And, of course, please make sure you're following her and all her fabulous new projects and her book. Ladies, we hate this part of the show. We got to say goodnight. Thank you to everyone watching GAW TV. Make sure that you're joining our Patreon. If you want to support us on Patreon, it's patreon.com/GAWTV. And if you're watching this and you enjoyed it, please like this, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe so you can see more of our episodes as they go. Ladies, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Did you see Val's post about her bronze feet?
I did see those. I saw those bronze.
I love a bit of bronzed feet. You're welcome, foot fetish people.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
This is the word to go, yo.